Hello. This episode, I will show how to use Spyder. Spyder is another editor that tends to be used with .py extensions, the raw Python files. Okay. And you can run it from many places, so from Anaconda or directly. Let me just use the Spyder here. Okay. So here is Spyder, and it asks to update and all this. I'll just ignore it. So once you open it, typically it is having this screen here. This one is where the Python program language is typed in. And then you can tell the computer to understand it, tell you how, and then the actions are done here. So this is where the actual commands are done. And here, in fact, you can use it like a calculator in this command window. 1 + 1, and then if you type enter, it will give you 2 as an output, isn't it? So this is where the actual calculation is done. If you plot anything, it will show up in this window here. Okay, so this is what we'll do. So for Spyder, I basically show you how to create a new file, execute selected lines, the whole program, restart the kernel without shutting the program off, and how to save it. So let's see one by one. Okay. So that the new file is here, and always you can create a new file. If you click it, it will create yet another new file. But I prepared one for you, so to show you how to open a file. So here is how to open it. And here is how to open a file. Okay. So here's an example. So I haven't told you what how to program, but the Python language, but just to show you how to use it as an editor. So this is the part where the actual Python program language is typed in. How do I make the computer to understand it? There are two ways of doing it. One is I put my cursor here, left click and drag it. So it's highlighting this line. And I can just run this line by going here, this I shape with a green triangle here. I click on it. It will run this command. It's being typed in here. It is as if I am typing this line here in this command window, isn't it? That's what it did. And it executed. Basically reading the library, and it did. There's no output I asked, so there's no output, but it did. Okay. For example, the next line, plt plot and 1, 2, 3, 4. This is plotting 1, 2, 3, 4 in a plot. If I partially run it, it actually executed it, and the result is a plot here. And PLT labeled some number. It's basically putting an access label here, which is not here, but now that I run it, it will have it, isn't it? Okay, so this is sort of how you do run a line by line, and it's useful when you're checking a code line by line, what's going wrong, and you want to see where it starts going wrong. You can just partially run it. If you want to restart your program without shutting it down, here's a console and restart kernel. The kernel is the program. It restarts, erase all the variables you set, and you're having a restart, the in number 1. Isn't it? You can still run the whole program here by just having the cursor anywhere here and type the green button here, the play button. It will do it at one shot, the whole program done, isn't it? So it's very simple. And finally, let me just show you how to save it. You can save it as, or you can just save. Well, it's already, nothing has changed, so that's why the save is not invoked. If you change anything, like here, then there's something to save, then I can save it, okay? But save as, and you can save it in a different name. You can do all those kind of things, okay? And this is how you use Spyder. Of course, there are many other features, cool features, but you'll pick up some more tricks as you go along when you program and when need arise. If you Google it with Spyder, and there are many places where they will give you friendly instructions on what to do. Okay? Thank you.